Monday, you held a press conference. You were endorsed by the Hispanic Democrat Caucus. Well, first of all, tell us about that. Where was it held, the press conference?
The press conference was in Kennedy Park. It's the Connecticut Hispanic Democratic Caucus, and they're a statewide Hispanic group. People from throughout Connecticut who are leaders in their communities are part of that group.
Okay, and you made local headlines. This is a quote from Monday at that press conference. "What I'm not going to do as mayor is target our Latino community. We want everyone in our community and in our police department to be partners in public safety, and we want Danbury to be inclusive. No one should live in fear." What was that in reference to?
What happened was a number of years ago, there was an effort where the Danbury Police Department in an unmarked van picked up 11 day laborers, and ultimately what happened was there was a civil rights suit against the city that cost the taxpayers several $100,000, $400,000 to be exact, to settle. And so, in the end, right, that was an effort that I felt was ill-advised, and that it was just, an unfortunate decision, because what it did was it led to a feeling that the city was targeting the Latino community, and in the end, it cost taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars to settle that.
Now, this came up in your debate with Danbury Mayor Mark Boughton as well, and he said it was a strategic partnership with federal immigration, customs enforcement, and had been focused on criminal activity, including a serial drunk driver and a pedophile. Do you believe he was just working in concert with federal authorities, or he was targeting the Latino community?
Well, here's what I think. I think that if we're talking about law enforcement, that's what our police department is for, right? We have a tremendous fine police department, and I know that those men and women are working hard every day to enforce the law. And so if there's some kind of criminal activity, then I don't think it matters what someone's ethnic background is. Then we have the police department to keep us safe and to take steps to enforce the law. And that's exactly what I would expect would happen. So I'm not sure that what occurred in 2006 was the best way to handle that. But I think that in the end, it cost the city hundreds of thousands of dollars. And, I think any criminal activity is criminal activity first, right? And whoever's perpetrating it is secondary. So in the end, I think that, we need a mayor who's going to be inclusive and even-handed when it comes to not just enforcing the law, but governing, right? Someone who's got a transparent, open, inclusive approach, and that's exactly what I'd like to bring to the mayor's office.
What do you take issue with, that the immigration and customs enforcement was involved from the beginning? Are you saying that the police department should investigate the criminal activity first?
Yeah, I mean, what they did was they pulled up in an unmarked van to sort of dupe the day laborers into getting in the van as if this was a potential employer, and then in the end, what it was an effort supposedly to catch criminals who were all in that group. In the end, what it was I think 2 or 3 of those people had warrants of some sort, and so I understand that, but there was 8 other people there who had nothing to do with it, and so it was some sort of an immigration sting. And what I think would have been a better way to handle that would have been to just have the police department enforce the law. If there were criminals there was criminal activity, I'm not sure that the way that we do that is to go and just round people up based on their ethnic origin and then sort it out later whether or not there's any kind of criminal activity. I think that people expect the police department to go and keep us safe and enforce their rights, and that's exactly what we expect them to do.
Do you think the mayor's targeting the Latino community?
What I think that was an unfortunate decision, because what it did was it hurt the Latino community deeply, and it gave them and the rest of the city the impression that that's what he was doing.
All right, there you go. We're out of time. Chris Setaro, as always, we thank you for your time.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks. Alrighty.